Peter, what's the difference between a VM and a Docker container?
A virtual machine, or VM, is a fully simulated computer, software that mimics hardware components like CPU, memory storage, and networking via a hypervisor. This lets you run an entire guest OS and applications completely decoupled from the underlying physical machine.
Okay, but why bother with all that?
Real hardware can't be split neatly. You can't slice a single CPU or RAM stick into two independent machines. But with hypervisors and enough CPUs and RAMs, you can essentially simulate infinite number of machines. That is how Google and Amazon data centers work, actually.
Well, that's amazing, but why would I need Docker containers then?
Sometimes you don't need full OS isolation. Simulating hardware is expensive, and your app might not require a separate OS. Docker containers are lightweight, isolated processes running on a Docker engine. They share the host OS kernel but have individual file systems, resource limits, and namespaces, giving high isolation without a full VM per app.
Docker seems like magic. How does it actually work?
Under the hood, it's all Linux. Docker uses C groups to control CPU, memory, and I/O namespaces to isolate file systems, networks, and process trees, and union file systems to layer container images.
Wow, Docker seems much better than VMs then.
Docker containers still run on servers or VMs with the Docker engine installed. Kubernetes, something often mentioned along Docker, is essentially an orchestration layer that distributes Docker containers across VMs or nodes, handling scaling, scheduling, and recovery. VMs and containers go hand in modern infrastructure.
Thank you, Peter. It's crazy that it's all powered by Linux under the hood.
We often forget, but everything in the cloud, from AWS Lambda to DynamoDB, ultimately runs on Linux.